Welcome to episode 6 of the Brett Beard Show. Big shout out to our sponsor, James Restaurant. I'm here with Coach Beard. My name is Walker Martin. How you doing, Coach?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing really good.
Good to have you back.
I know. I'm glad to be back. So, we took a road trip down to Lafayette, take on St. Thomas More. Everybody knows they're kind of a powerhouse in every sport.
Yeah.
So, how do you think our team matched up with theirs?
Well, I think ultimately, we of course went in to win the football game, but came out with a loss, but had a lot to learn from it. For one, I wanted to see a program like that. You want to go into that atmosphere with that magnitude of a program and go toe-to-toe with them and see exactly where we are as we head into district, and give us 5 more weeks to prepare for the playoffs. We get in there, we get into a battle, we get down. You open the second quarter, kind of fell apart on us, but the first quarter was amazing with the one drive that we put together. And you get into the fourth quarter with it 28-21, we have the football and a chance to tie it up, which is huge. And we weren't able to capitalize, but we came out of there with a lot to clean up and a lot to learn about ourselves, and to move forward, we had to have that.
What do you think the biggest takeaways from that game were?
Well, I think, sometimes you got to be able to handle adversity and handle when you're down. You're not always going to play from ahead. So when you get down a little bit, it's okay. There's no panic. And I think there was a little panic. And you get into on the field with somebody like that, you can't panic and expect to be successful. So I think there's a level of comfort that's going to come out of this, because you might not be in another atmosphere like that until the quarters or the semifinals and against an opponent like that. So I think the biggest thing is you leave with an understanding that you've got to clean up a few things, but you're better, and that's where we are better. But really we gotta keep doing our job, hone in on our job, no matter what the situation is, and get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Thank you, Coach. Let's get to the highlights. All right, the Yellow Jackets are taking the field against St. Thomas More. They took an hour-and-a-half drive down to Lafayette. You can see there's Lex already fired up for this game. Big shout out to our student section, by the way. They traveled amazingly well for this game.
They did. Once again, that's one of the reasons I came to Denham Springs, because of this support in this student section.
St. Thomas More starting with the ball. Quarterback throws it. Appears to be a touchdown, but this is actually called just barely short for the Cougars. On the 1-yard line, Cougars hand the ball off to number 27, who runs it into the end zone for a touchdown. St. Thomas More takes the lead 7-0. Quick strike. What do you think the importance of this play was on our defensive mindset for the rest of the game?
Well, I thought it was a phenomenal drive to come out, and I said it all week. You got to weather the storm. And we did. We saw some things we weren't quite ready for, saw the speed of the game, and we had to adjust on the fly quickly.
Jackets have the ball now. Sophomore quarterback Jerry Horn rolling right to pass to number 7, Micah Harrison, fighting off defenders. First down, Yellow Jackets. Jerry Horn back to pass again. He rolls out again, throws it to number 20, Rylan Hyatt, for another first down conversion. Jackets hand it off to R.J. Johnson, who gets into the end zone after fighting multiple defenders off. A lot of people, St. Thomas More is now tied with Denham Springs 7-7. A lot of people don't know who R.J. is. What can you tell the fans about him?
Well, he's a great young back in the stable. We got a lot of guys out there, and RJ's one of them. And he's been through the school of hard knocks and has gotten better and grown up more and more every day. And that's why you're seeing more and more of him. That was a great drive that he finished.
As you can see, the whole team's kind of hyped getting that touchdown against St.
It was a great answer. It was a great answer right there. And it's a 15-play drive and 8 all the clock, which we wanted to do.
St. Thomas More has the ball again. Quarterback dropping back to pass, throws it down deep to number 5, Hayes Moncla. St. Thomas More gets another touchdown, 14-7, kind of a quick strike. Big play, kind of kills momentum. We're looking for a bounce back. How important was this play on the game?
Well, we knew going into it that these guys had that capability. They had some special receivers, and you can see the quarterback throws a pretty ball. We knew what they could do. We knew we had to weather the storm, which is why we were going to try to play keep away from their offense.
Denham is forced to punt. They hand it off, stuffed by number 10, Jed Cambry, and number 9, Lex Chandler. Will Taylor throws a screen pass to number 2, Connor Steely, who squeezes in and out of defenders. takes it all the way for a touchdown. St. Thomas More now extends their lead to 21-7. What went wrong in this play?
Well, I tell you what, they had a phenomenal screen game, and one thing I know about that, they put us in some spots and caught us in some spots and did a great job calling those timely screens. We now know too we got to be prepared for teams to do the same thing to us down the road. We know screens are going to be in the package because we want to be aggressive, but we can sit back and handle that and not make those mistakes. And, I still think your head's spinning a little bit at how fast they were.
Now Jackets ball, Jerry Horn rolls left past to Micah Harrison, is just short of the first down marker. Jackets are forced to punt again. St. Thomas More ball, pass to number 25, Hutch Swilly, tackled hard by Jed Cambry and Lex Chandler. Number 17, screen pass to number 25, who takes it for a huge gain in Jackets territory.
Again, timely screen.
They did a lot of screen passes this game. Number 17 at quarterback for St. Thomas More draws back, throws a ball into the corner of the end zone to number 9, Christian McNeese, for a touchdown right before halftime. St. Thomas More extends their lead to 28-7. What are your thoughts on the defensive performance going into halftime?
Yeah, you got to remember, man, they have special players too, and that quarterback threw the ball right on the money. I mean, that's in the garbage can in the old fade drill. But Non's a special player as well. We're in position to make the play, and he just made the play. Jonas was in his pocket, and the kid just went up and got it. I mean, he's a special player and was a lot of fun to be on the field with. And that's going to happen. I mean, when you play great teams like this, these things can happen.
Second half now, Jackets looking for a spark. You can see number 83, Sanders Foreman, blown up by Eli DiGirolamo on the play. What can you tell us about Eli DiGirolamo?
I tell you what, Eli's having a heck of a year. That dude's flying around making plays, always in the right place at the right time, but he's doing everything we've asked of him, and he's gotten a lot better. He had a great offseason, a great summer, and he's playing because of it.
Number 17 for the St. Thomas More Cougars, back to pass. Incomplete. Denham's defense holds the Cougars to punt. Number 18, Jerry Horn, back to pass, finds number 20, Rylan Hyatt with a quick pass, kind of blown up by the defense right there. Horn back to pass once again, steps up in the pocket, finds number 7, Micah Harrison, for a big first down. There you can see Micah Harrison having a great year. Jerry Horn back to pass again, rolls out, throws deep to find Lionel Dawson, number 13. Big play, first down for the Yellow Jackets. Jerry Horn rolls right, finds number 3, Cameron Irick, who eludes defenders, dives for the pylon. Initially caught out of bounds, but the refs discussed it and came upon the decision to make it a touchdown. Now the Jackets cut the lead 28-14.
I've been saying this, Irick's got a chance to be, he's had a chance to be the most special player in this program. He's gifted with some size and really can do a lot of things as a football player. And once again, he's making plays. Offensively, he goes over there just a little bit and is limited on what we do with him, but he gets the job done. He's just a big force.
Here we have Caleb Goulart kicking. It turns out to be an onside kick, kind of catches the Cougars by surprise. Number 32, Rancher Miller, is actually able to recover this. How important, another big play, how important is special teams for the Yellow Jackets?
I mean, we needed to take a gamble. We needed a spark. I mean, sometimes you have to gamble. I mean, those guys, what's the difference in them scoring from the 50 or from the 40? These guys are really good offensively. We kind of had them kind of staggered right there, and we just wanted to take a chance, and it worked. Like I said, I mean, it's 10 yards to gamble, and you either get the football or they're going to score from 60 out or 50 out. That you take that gamble. Ideally, I'd love for our defense to stop them, no doubt, but you look for a spark.
Jerry Horn rolling left finds number 7, Micah Harrison, once again, who runs for a first down right after the catch. Jerry Horn takes the snap, drives back to pass, throws a deep ball to number 7, Micah Harrison, caught at the St. Thomas More 10-yard line. First and goal, Jackets. Jerry's looking up to the task of starting for this game. Sophomore quarterback coming into this game. What can you tell us about Jerry?
Well, you got to get the ball into your playmaker's hands, and I thought he did a great job. But Micah looked like Micah again. Micah's been through some injuries and some things, and he's finally looking like him again. And that's the most important thing, because he's a special player.
Jerry Horn taking the snap, handing it off to number 4, Cam Kelly, who punches it in. Touchdown Denham. Lead cut once again. Now Denham's trailing by only 7, 28-21. Run game is now established in the game. How important is it to get this run game kind of going?
Yeah, if I had a regret, and I've already talked to OC about it, I wish when we got this ball back coming up that we had just gone back and slowed it down again. But it's like anything, man. You're riding a hot hand, and we felt really good with where we were at. But hindsight is you go back, you look at yourself, and I wish I had said something about, let's slow this back down again. Let's get back into playing our game. But I also understand we're just riding a hot hand. I mean, we're running the football right now, and of course that's going to make the passing game even better. And we're playing a brand of football that's a lot of fun to watch.
Cougars ball now. Number 13 hands it off to number 25. He ends up getting hit by Mason Voorhees and fumbles the ball, recovered by number 44, Jude Horn. Jackets ball. Once again, this builds an insane amount of momentum, all momentum on the Yellow Jackets. How important is it momentum-wise?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think at this point you've got them on the ropes. You were down 28-7. Now you're 28-21. You have the football back. They're starting to. The momentum has completely swung in our way. Like I said, I wish we had gone back and been us right here instead of trying to keep going fast pace. I loved where we'd got and I love where we were at. But we got to capitalize on this drive, and if you do, the outcome of this game could be completely different. But I love the momentum. I love the fact that it was time to make plays and we made them. That was the critical thing. You see us making plays in a big-time opportunity.
Jerry Horn now back to pass, finds number 4, Cam Kelly on the sideline. He somehow stays in bounds right there. Runs up the sideline for a nice gain. There you see Cam Kelly. Number 18, Jerry Horn, back to pass. Once again, under pressure. You can see him having to improvise, scrambling out, throws it up, and it's caught in traffic by number 7, Micah Harrison. First down. There you can see Micah's pumped. Once again, huge gain for him. Fourth down, Jerry Horn back to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws intended for number 20, Rylan Hyatt, falls incomplete. Looked like a flag for pass interference, no flag thrown. What can you say about this? Was it a missed penalty?
It's a tough moment. I mean, look, we're all human. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to miss things. At the end of the day, you're on the road in a hostile environment. Your expectations are not to get those calls. And the only thing you can do to negate it is play the next play and go harder next time. Did it hurt? Yes.
St. Thomas More ball, thrown to number 2, Stilly, who breaks it for a huge gain, swerving through Jackets defenders. Number 17 back to pass again to number 6, Hornback, who gets tackled by Deshaun McBride. You can see Deshaun hyped after making that tackle. Number 17, reverse, is flipped to number 9, McNeese, who runs left in wide open space. Huge gain for the Cougars, now in the red zone.
Great call.
Number 17 in the backfield, hands it off to number 27, Peyton. He runs it through Jackets defenders for a touchdown. St. Thomas More now extends their lead to 35-21, kind of kills the Jackets' momentum. How important was this play?
Well, that's the thing, you got to be able to ride the momentum and those emotional highs, and you can't come out and you can't let it get you down when something goes against you. A break of the game goes against you, it can't break you, and that's kind of what it looked like it did to us.
Jerry Horn now under pressure, having to roll right, gets hit hard and throws it up, incomplete. Denham is now actually forced to punt this ball to the Cougars. You can see Jerry kind of slow to get up on that huge hit. St. Thomas More ball now, tossed to the running back, number 25, rolls for a first down.
They have the momentum at this point.
Number 17 rolls out to pass, throws a pass to number 88, Barrett David, first and goal. St. Thomas More, now in the red zone of the Jacket. Number 17 hands it off to number 22, St. Pierre, who finds a hole and scores 42-21, St. Thomas More. What went wrong here from a defensive standpoint?
Well, you just got the momentum right now, and at this point, you're pressing. This is where we started to do some things. We started biting in on the eye candy because we're trying to do too much. Somebody's got to make the play. We got to get the ball out. And you do. You kind of go into doing too much mode and you forget to do your job. And these kind of things can happen when the momentum swings.
Jackets ball, Jerry Horn kind of steps up in the pocket, throws it deep to Cameron Irick, who catches it over 2 defenders' heads. Irick is on offense now. What led to this?
Well, we know we got to have him in a spread situation. I mean, he's a special player. He's a playmaker. He can go up and get the football. He's a mismatch with most corners you're going to see. And the kid is special. I mean, we've been saying that the whole time he's been here and been trying to get him to buy into that. And you can see that his play is starting to grow up a lot, and you start to show it. He's a lot of fun to coach and a lot of fun to watch.
Fourth and goal now. Number 18, Jerry Horn, gets under pressure, tries to scramble, but is stopped just short of the first down and touchdown. Turnover on downs. kind of the final blow to the Jackets offense. You can see he's disappointed. St. Thomas More is now able to kneel out the clock. Cougars go on to win this game 42-21. This is the Jackets' first loss of the season, and they fall to 4-1. Stats for the game: Jerry Horn went 20 for 37 on pass attempts, threw for 253 yards and 1 touchdown. Cam Kelly had 20 rushing attempts, 52 yards on the ground, and 1 touchdown. Micah Harrison had 10 catches for 125 yards. So, Coach, the Yellow Jackets were trailing 28-7 at halftime. You guys made some adjustments, switched some things around. What were those?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is just staying focused. We talked about it in the highlights. We got to be able to ride the momentums that are extremely high, and we got to be able to weather the momentum that's on their side that makes us really low. And we got to get to even kill. We really hadn't played all that well, and that second quarter got away from us. And they were able to make a lot of plays, and we were not. We kind of stalled out right there. But, at half, you're really looking at a 28-7 deficit. Our kids' eyes were a little big. The biggest thing is you just kind of reel them back in and bring them back to earth and be like, hey, babe, just do what we do. Play our game, play our football, and just let it happen. Good things are going to happen. You keep doing things the right way, good things are going to happen. And you got to fight. At the end of the day, we play for 48 minutes. It doesn't matter what's on the scoreboard. And an opponent like this, we have a job to do no matter what's going on. And we've got to weather the ups and downs, and we got to be more even keel. And, you could tell they wanted to win this football game. Our kids, though big-eyed, they wanted this because they knew this was a big statement game for our program. And I thought they did a great job kind of getting dialed back in at half and able to go perform in that second half.
The offense started kicking it up a notch after halftime. Number 18, Jerry Horn, got the start of this game. He's a sophomore. What can you tell us about Jerry?
I thought Jerry did a great job. We're in a peculiar situation that's a huge advantage for us to have the 2 quarterbacks we have. At the end of the day, we have 2 special quarterbacks. We really do. And I think we got to do a better job of getting them both involved. And that's on us, and we're going to do a better job of that. But, the sophomore got the nod. He's been in big games before, and I thought he handled it quite well. And I think when you're a young guy in this situation, you get the ball in your playmakers' hands and in space, and you let them do the work, and you just control the game and hit the buttons and play with the controllers, and that's exactly what he did. And I was really proud of the way he handled it. Micah Harrison, he can make any quarterback special. We just got to do a better job of getting him the ball out in space and letting him play his game, because you can see he's a special talent and a special player. Especially when he's dialed in, and you saw that Micah Friday night, which I'm excited to know that he's going to grow from that and get even better.
Micah looked amazing. Cameron Irick came into wide receiver late in the game. Last year, I know he played wide receiver to start the season. What can you tell us? Should we expect to see him more at wide receiver coming up?
Well, I mean, in a spread situation, of course, when you're chasing 3 touchdowns, you got to be able to throw the football a lot more. And Art gives us that other body out there. Ultimately, to win a state championship, you got to play dang good defense. And to have Varice on one side and Irick on the other, that's scary outside on the edges at corner. But there's no doubt he's a special wide receiver as well. And in time of need, we're going to go to him. And just like we did in Walker last year, we needed him. Jerry hit him for the touchdown to tie it up. I mean, he's that dude. He's that guy for us. And he gets better every week. So, we're going to continue to get Irick on the field as much as possible, because he is a strong player for us.
Another big week also for special teams. We're covering that onside kick. I believe it was Rancher Miller that got it. How big is special teams this year?
Well, I mean, you see it. I mean, you're witnessing the first 5 weeks. Those are huge momentum plays that we're capitalizing on that we've never had a chance to capitalize in the past. And I'm really pleased where we're at there. I mean, those are huge haymakers that we're able to throw, swing the momentum in our favor. And for the most part, we're capitalizing off that, which is a huge difference in the first 2 years that I was here to this year.
Another big game for the running backs. Ray McNeely's injured, and I believe Lamar Smith actually suffered an injury last week as well. What can you tell us about those two guys?
You hate to see it. It's a brutal game, and people are going to get nicked up. Lamar suffered a high ankle sprain and is going to have a few weeks here to have to get right. Ray will be back this week and ready to go.
All right, cool. So this week, speaking of this week, Live Oak, just going up the road, Highway 16, big rivalry game. What's the mindset for the team going into this week?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, and I've already told them, this is the biggest game of the year because it's the next one. I'm trying to get our guys, when you're a senior-heavy team, they got to understand that every game is the most important because it's the next one. And if you get comfortable playing in the biggest game of the year every week, well, they should get easier the farther along we go. So this is the biggest game of the year because it's the next one. Not because it's Live Oak, not because it's a rivalry, because it's the next one. The other little stuff is just that's just the added fun to what this is, and an LP rivalry game. And but this is our biggest game because it is our next game to go out and compete with each other, and be with each other and play Denham Springs football.
What do you expect to see from the Eagles this week?
Well, I mean, look, they're a young team. Those guys, I know a lot of those coaches. I know they do a great job. They're going to have them ready to play. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to fly around. I expect to see some trickery from them because sometimes when you're young and you gotta create some chaos, and I expect them to do the same thing that on Thursday night that they've done in the past. And I expect a big time Livingston Parish fight. I mean, those guys are going to be ready to play. Those coaches are going to have them ready to play, and we're going to have to do a good job of starting fast and playing our game. And we've been young before too, so we know what it's like, and we got to use our our older guys and our experience to hopefully outmatch them for 48 minutes.
What do you think the keys to the game for that game are?
Well, we got to start fast. I guess we say this every week. We got to play the second quarter. So right now, if you look at us, man, we're playing really good in the first quarter for the most part. We've figured out the start fast part. I think 4 out of the 5 we've started fast. The second quarter, we're kind of reeling. Some of those guys are. That other side is making their moves. They're making their chess moves, and we got to make our moves. They got their answers. We got to have our answers for their answers. And then we come out after half, and we're playing a pretty good third quarter. So if we just, go back to playing our 48 minutes, remember our job, play the next play. That next play speed is critical. Just get your job and go do it, and have some freaking fun doing it, man. These are the stages you want to play on. I love the fact that we've been to St. Thomas more and the week before district starts because there's going to be no greater stage than that. We've got to learn from that. We've got to be comfortable in that, and we just got to go play our game.
All right, well, thank you for joining us, Coach. That kind of wraps it up. Big shout-out to James Restaurant for sponsoring this show. Live Oak this Thursday instead of a Friday night at 7 o'clock at Live Oak, just up Highway 16. Hope to see you guys there. Thanks for joining us.